Hi, Sarah here with a layout process video for you today. I'm using the Sweet Treat box from Paper, Pen and Plan for my layout today, and as well as that I'm using the little activity sheet that came in the box so that I've got a jumping off point to create my layout. So to begin with, I am just adding some thick gesso to my background through the stencil. I'm using black cardstock today, and as soon as I've started filming, the babies have started chirping downstairs. I'm just spreading that through, making sure that the hearts are covered. It's not as thick as you would get with texture paste, but it is a nice effect. I do like it for like a thinner layer of something in the background. It also works really well for great coverage if you want to blank out something so you can recolour it with a different colour, like a wooden piece, that kind of thing. So as you can see, I made two backgrounds with that one stencil and that one lot of gesso, and then I'll choose which one I want to use later. Now I'm going to work on my paper cluster for my layout for the middle. And first off, I fussy cut out one side of my photograph. I'm really into doing this at the moment. I love the way it looks, a little bit like art journal-y, a little bit collage-y. So I've been really enjoying doing this with my layouts recently. And now I'm just going to create a bit of a paper cluster, decide what I want to use, which of the journaling cards, which of the papers that came in the box I'm going to add. So I decided to add a bit of pink behind the red to just give a bit of contrast to the red layer, and just add a little bit more behind there, a couple extra layer. And I also add some foam just to give a bit of lift between the layers. This is very thin foam, so it doesn't make much difference to the overall dimension of it. It doesn't make it too thick to go in a page protector or anything like that. Now I'm going to turn this journaling card into a tag by just punching a hole in the middle. Then I'm just going to snip off on an angle down one side and then use that piece flipped over to get the even side for the other side so that they are the same size. And then I've just added a little bit of red and white twine from my stash to just finish that off. Now I'm going to create a hidden journaling kind of pocket. So I've added, and right on cue, here's the cat as well. So I've added the foam to the background, and then as you can see, I've just left a gap so that that sits behind the journaling card, the paper cluster, without dropping right the way through. Now I'm grabbing all the embellishments that come in the box. So first off, I'm using some of the red wooden hearts and adding them down one side. I've added that sweet sticker there that says sweetheart, and then the other one that's a pale aqua blue colour, and just added that to my photo just to tie in the blue that's in the journaling card as well. And then I'm just gluing these down with my multi matte medium. This stuff's great, it sticks everything to everything. So I'm just gluing those down, with them being a bit of a thicker dimension. You could use glue dots I think as well, that would probably work. And now I want to layer up onto my background, so I'm just adding texture paste through a heart stencil with a different heart pattern onto that second background that I created. So I'll save the other one for another layout another time. Now I'm just adding a little hint of colour to my background. I don't want to draw attention away from the photograph and the journaling and the title, which you can see there, which I've put on paper ready to go down. So I've just added a hint of pink shimmery paint, as well as some Molotow aqua colour that's like a pen, that's also a watercolour to the background, just to add a hint of pink and red there. It doesn't show up very strongly anyway. And now I'm just going to add my letters, which I do not make you watch me do. I stick them down, I adjust them a little bit, but overall I'm not too fussed about them being perfectly straight. If you wanted to, you could always use a T-square ruler to line up your letters, but I don't tend to do that kind of thing. I prefer to move on to paint a background for something else. Priorities. So here I'm just adding a little more colour to a few of them hearts in the background, just to add a little more red to that background, but not at the same time not to draw attention away from that title, as well as the paper cluster. So I went with that title because one of the tic-tac-toe options was a quote, so I thought I'd have a go at that. And as a finishing touch, I've just grabbed a load of red and pinkish and silverish sequins from my stash and glued them down with some Nouveau Drops glue, and as a final touch I'm just using some platinum silver kind of coloured watercolour paint, and I'm just splashing that all around, and that's me done. So thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video and you're new to my channel, then I'd love for you to subscribe, and don't forget to check out Paper, Pen and Plan if you would like to have a look at those sweet treat boxes, which you can make all sorts of lovely projects with. And with that in mind, I will be back Saturday with a journaling page using more from the same box. So have a great evening everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!